Hello friends, how are you? All good? Alright. So today is my second video and welcome back to my channel. And before I start, can I ask you that have you watched my previous video? Yes? No? Okay. So if you have watched, that's good. And if you haven't, then I request you to please go and watch that video till the end because I explained the challenges, difficulties that people face while speaking English, right? So you should watch that video because you will have a lot of ideas, right? So please watch that. And also, have you subscribed my channel? If you haven't yet, then please do subscribe so that you will not miss any video. So, ready? Okay. So today I'm going to discuss my plan with you, that how I'm going to teach you, how I'm going to train you. Okay. What topics I'm going to cover. These all list of things that I'm going to cover and I'll just discuss it with you guys. Okay. Cool. So before I start, I just want to declare one thing here, that please do not set any expectation that I am going to train you for the next 20 days, 40 days or 45 days, and after 45 days you will start speaking English fluently, right? You may start. It totally depends on your work. But do not set any such false expectation that I'm going to do any sort of magic and that will work on you and you will start speak fluently after 45 days. It's not going to happen, man. I will not give you the false commitment, right? Okay, I'll tell you one thing. I've seen people giving false commitment that boss, come here, I'll train you for the next 15 days, 20 days, 30 days, 40 days, and so on. And you will start speaking after the completion of this period of time, and you will start speaking English fluently after the completion of 45 days. Do you think that this kind of commitment works? I don't think so. This never works. Because I'll tell you the logic. Have you ever thought that how long they people have taken to learn this language? Have you ever asked them that, sir, how long have you taken to learn this language? Think. I am sure they have taken more than a decade to learn this language. I'm sure. So they have taken a decade, more than a decade to learn this language, and they are going to train you in just 15 days, 20 days, 30 days, 40 days. Is it going to work? No. It's not going to work. Are you freaking joking? You're making fun of the language, right? You're not training. And you are not getting trained. You're just making fun of this language. Don't do this. Work hard, give time, have patience, keep working. You will start speaking. I am not saying that you will start speaking after 45 days. Why will you start speaking after 45 days? Why will you wait for 45 days? Why don't you start speaking now? Forget that. What they are committing, what they are giving the false promise and false commitment. No, forget that. But why are you not ready to speak English from right now? You know this and that. You know is, you know are. You know these, you know those. You know curtain, you know Wall, you know laptop, you know, so you know all these things, right? You just have to understand how to put all these words in a sentence. And when you learn how to put these words in a sentence, you will start speaking English. That is how you speak English, because you have to understand how to construct a sentence, right? So you have to understand the concept, how to frame a sentence, right? That's going to help you. And how is it possible if you don't have the environment? Then there is only one option left, which is the grammar. Trust me. It may sound a little boring. It may sound a little challenging and very difficult, because nobody wants to study grammar, right? I also don't want to study grammar. It's really boring. Trust me. But I have studied at least those rules and those basic function and rules which are still helping me to construct sentences, right? It doesn't mean that I am thinking in Hindi and translating from Hindi into English. It means I know the correct usage of the verbs, I know rules, and I know the situation. If I have to speak a sentence, I just recall the situation. Okay, what is the situation and what I have to deliver, and whatever I have to speak, I go on and speak that. So that's how I do. Okay. I also haven't got such environment, right? I'm not so blessed. So I am from a government school. I haven't studied in CBSE school, right? In my family, nobody speaks English. So that's a challenge. So what does it mean? Nothing happens. Okay. Nobody is going to give you time. That's okay. The one who will give time to you, where has he learned from? Books. Books are the ocean, right? So they have learned things from books. Why can't you go and turn the pages of books? That is the original way of learning anything. बाकी तो बॉस कुछ भी बातें कर लो, हवा में बातें कर ले कुछ भी, इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू मेक अ डिफरेंस. जमीन से जुड़ी हुई बात तो यही है कि हमें काम करनी पड़ती है, और हमें जो भी लैंग्वेज सीखनी है उसकी व्याकरण तो जानना पड़ेगा. जी हाँ. If you get the environment, that's good. You will speak, you will learn how to speak, right? But the proficiency and the accuracy of the language is something which will remain an issue. I'm telling you that. I'm not saying that if you learn grammar rules, you will not make a mistake, right? But chances are very less. This is my belief. All right. Yes, I haven't got the environment, but I had some awesome guidelines by some great teachers. Yeah. And I really appreciate them, and thanks to them that I learned many things. Yeah. So don't worry, I'm with you. Don't be scared that I'm going to train you on grammar. No, nothing is like that. I'm not going to bore you. I'm not going to give you boring lecture. But yes, I am saying that do not refrain from grammar. Understand it. There are just few things which you have to cover. Few things which will not take more than 2 or 3 classes. Yeah. It will not take more than 2 or 3 classes, because at least basic functional rules you have to understand. Only then you will be able to understand how to frame sentences, right, correctly, especially. I'm telling you. Yeah. So do not stay away from the rules. Okay. And when you talk about a language, what comes first in your mind? Do you have any idea? I'll tell you. For example, think about a kid. Okay, there is a kid, and his age is just maybe 2 years old. So think about him. How will that kid communicate? He doesn't speak. He doesn't know a word, right? So how will he speak to you? But he speaks. Are you sure? He speaks, right? He doesn't know how to frame sentences. He doesn't know a word of English, but he speaks. Any language, not Hindi, English, but he speaks. So what does he speak? He produces sounds. He produces sound. So sound is the basic thing of any language. It is very basic element of any language. So you have to start from this sound. You have to understand what is sound. You have to understand how many sounds are there in an English language, right? You have to understand what are they, what are their functions. You have to understand these all things, because there is a reason behind it. Because sound is something which is going to help you understand how to pronounce a correct word. This is going to help you, right, for the correct pronunciation. So this will help you in the pronunciation section of the language. All right. So this is required. So I will start my next class from sound. So I'll explain what is sound. So a complete explanation of the sound, what is the function, what types of sounds are there in the English language, what are they. So all these things will be explained in my next video. Okay. And there's a list of activities which I have in my plan. So don't, yeah. So don't make haste. Be patient. I will cover everything, and things will be easy. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. So see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye.